The next thing we're reviewing are literary elements, because all stories have these, particularly fictional stories like we're reading today. Literary elements are what make up a story. So they are going to have characters. The characters are the people or the animals in a story. And what we're interested in are, what do they do? What do they say? What do they think? What do other characters in the story say and think about them? Can you name a character in a story? Who can give me a character in a story? Yes. Yes. Marisol. She's a character in a story. Can you name another character in a story you've read? Kelsey. Miss Apple. Those are characters in stories. There's major characters and minor characters. Yes. Yes, Tato in the story. Yes, those are characters in our story. Very good. Now, a character in a story can be an animal, like in the Three Little Pigs. The three pigs, those are characters in the story. We also have a setting. The settings can be very important in a story, right, Mikey?
Right.
It's where and when the story takes place. It could be, a story can take place in a school. A story can take place in a park. A story can take place in your house. It could take place in present time. It could take place in the past. It could take place in the future. Those are all part of the story. So, where and when the story takes place. And the setting can affect the plot because certain events happen in certain settings. So, if you're going to write a story about your week, your first week of school, where is the setting of your story going to take place? Where's the setting of your story going to take place if you're writing about your first week at school? School. Very good. And it affects the plot by creating its mood. So if we are writing creepy Halloween stories, where could be the setting of your story? Avery?
The setting of your story could be like either outside, if you're getting like haunted.
Okay, could be someplace haunted outside. Where else could it be your creepy Halloween story, the setting that would be good for a Halloween story? Yes.
By a hollow tree.
A hollow tree, yes. It could be in a creepy old cemetery, right? Those places would all contribute to the mood of the story, the plot. Okay, now we have the plot. Plots always have a conflict, which is the problem in the story, and then that the main characters face, and then they have the resolution, how the conflict or problem is solved. So in our story today, what was Marisol's problem? What was the problem in our story today? Teddy, what was the problem in our story?
She didn't want to match.
She didn't want to match.
People wanted her to.
And people wanted her to match. That was the problem. People wanted her to match. So she did it for a day, and then what was the resolution? How was her problem solved? Olive?
With Miss Apple's note.
Yes. So she decided to be herself. That was how it was resolved. So we have conflict and resolution. And then we have the events, things that happen in a story. And these events can change a character. The events can affect the mood of the story. And the events build the plot. So we need all these things are in the story. Okay, boys and girls? These all build it. Like you're building a house. You have these literary elements and they build the story.